Well, that was certainly a game. I don't want to say it was a good game. I think there was a lot of frustration as a fan. And okay, before you jump to conclusions and assume I'm saying the game's rigged, although some people clearly feel that way, I think OKC was the better team tonight anyway. Whenever you have Wemby, shoot 4 for 15 at some point, De'Aaron Fox shoot 4 for 14 at some point. I don't know what it's finishing with. This game's over, but I'm just talking at a time. Whenever you have that, you're probably not going to win a basketball game. Stephon Castle in foul trouble. Dylan Harper just has not seemed like his normal self since getting hurt. Game 3, I want to say it was. But it's been... The first 3 quarters of this game have been not a disaster, but atrocious to watch as a fan. I mean, it just feels like whistle, 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 whistle. And the first 6 minutes of the game didn't feel that way. But it feels like these free throws are coming in bunches. Like, they're not spread out throughout the course of the game. The fourth quarter has been pretty tame, but the first 3 quarters spread out in just big bunches of foul, 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 foul. And it was just frustrating as a fan. I want to say, in terms of scheme, I think what OKC did so well, and the reason why I just thought they were the better team today, their intention was, okay, we're going to get Shea the ball up top, but we're going to move faster. We're going to do a lot more ball movement, and we're not going to be so stagnant, because if you look at the film last game, OKC, when they were at their best, was when they were not thinking too hard and just making the right plays, the basic fundamental plays that they're accustomed to, which against the Spurs, is something you're going to have to do because they're very good as a defensive unit. If you just kind of play slow, that's not something that helps you. What's going to help you is, okay, how can we utilize Shea as a weapon to our advantage? Okay, let's have him move a bit more inside. Let's have them commit to Shea. Shea pass it out. Next guy pass it to the next guy. And it's not even just Shea when he's in. I mean, the first substitution, so the start of the second quarter, what I really love seeing was them just moving the ball, moving it really well. And you would think they'd have a lot of fast break points, but it wasn't about, just getting in transition. It was really just about getting yourself in your set early, and don't let the Spurs get comfortable. Don't let them get set. If you watch the post-game presser of Game 4, Shea was talking about it. Don't let the Spurs get set right away. And it's something that was clearly a focal point. I mean, it seemed like last game was just all Spurs working their game plan really well. And then this game was kind of the opposite of that. It was Thunder working their game plan really well, which again, the focal point being ball movement, get to our plays early. Isaiah Hartenstein was pretty crucial throughout this game, just being able to be the big guy who could move the ball. I mean, all of them, as a whole, as a group, OKC just played really, really well. And if you look at the box score, this is something I'm going to have to address. 17 free throw attempts, 3 quarters in for Shea was rough. I'm not going to say that there weren't fouls. Like there was definitely some fouls, but the way that the game fluctuates from one game is super physical, you're able to do a lot more. This game, they were just calling fouls off of pretty much touch fouls. That's what I'll say. I'll say they're touch fouls. Touch, foul. That's what it felt like. And that's the annoying part, is the differences throughout the games where it's like, wait, I thought we're allowed to do this, but then we're not. And now you have these, moments in the series to where fans are super frustrated because fans are used to a bit harder fouls in the series. So if we just take a quick glance at the box score and see the stuff that I was mentioning of Victor and Fox, like, you're not going to win a basketball game no matter how the referees call it if you're not able to just score. The threes from Wemby, they were open threes. They were threes that he's accustomed to taking. When I say open, I'm not saying wide open. They were open, though. I mean, he's not at 7'5", you're not facing the same contest. And then De'Aaron Fox just seems like it really felt like he just could not get it going in the third quarter. He had some moments there, but it was one of those games to where your key contributors did not contribute the way that you'd like them to. Stephon Castle showed up, obviously, but Devin Vassell did not show up. 2 for 9 from 3. And then the Thunder, you're just getting contributions everywhere. I mean, Lou Dort only played 17 minutes, but 7 points. Chet, 16. Isaiah, 12. Shea, 32. Jared, 18. Alex Caruso, 22. Kaysen, 7. Like, you're getting contributions from everywhere, and your main guy showed up. Shea, I mean, yes, 7 for 19 is not good, But let's be honest, the 6 for 17, as annoying as it is that it was done in 3 quarters, that is efficient as you could possibly ask for. So this is one of those games again to where I'm not going to remember this game. This isn't a game where I look at it and like, oh man, this was phenomenal. It's one of those games you look at and you're just like, yeah, it happened. I'm not saying it was rigged for OKC. That's not what I'm saying. Do not take it that way. Please do not take it that way. But the free throws for both sides was way too much through 3 quarters. I did like at times throughout the game that OKC was kind of realizing, okay, to reduce the workload we have on Shea, let's get some more off-ball action to where he might just be sitting up top, and then the Thunder got some action going down in the paint area, that mid-range area, and then it's like, okay, let's kick it back to Shea up top. But they needed to help alleviate some of that workload in some way because no AJ Mitchell, no J-Dub. You're losing 2 ball handlers. You're losing 2 guys who are able to create on their own. They don't need anyone to do anything for them. They can literally create on their own. And then you watch the Spurs, and that's kind of what they just do better than the Thunder, is they're better at creating on their own. Wemby just flat out isn't amazing at creating on his own. Obviously, Stephon Castle, De'Aaron, Dylan, they got guys who are just really good at creating on their own. Look at the OKC Thunder, Shea. The rest of the guys, they have their moments, but they're definitely more team orchestrated, especially this game at Showtime's a million. The way that they moved the ball was phenomenal. And I think that's the point to take away from this game if you're looking for some sort of takeaway outside of some referee controversy, which I get it. You know, when Mitch Johnson was challenging, timeout for challenge, and there's no challenge, the referee just doesn't see him, and then he gets technical. Like, I get those things, and I'm with you on those things. Those are frustrating. But again, it's not going to change that your 2 best players, Stephon Castle's second best player maybe, it doesn't change that your best player didn't show up and then De'Aaron Fox didn't show up. It doesn't change that. It doesn't change that your key role player and Devin Vassell didn't show up. It doesn't change that. So I think if you're the Spurs defensively, that's got to be like the big focal point going into the next game. I will say this too. Honestly, if Scott Foster, so for those of you watching this now, before the next game or whatever, if Scott Foster is the referee for game 6, Spurs are winning game 6. Book it. It's done. Say whatever you want about, oh, it could be, it is 50-50 or coincidence. No, I'm serious, dude. He's known as the extender. And for those of you that are out of the, what's the word I'm looking for here? Out of the loop. For those of you out of the loop and you're like, what do you mean the extender? Scott Foster is literally known amongst the NBA community for extending a series. If you need somebody to extend a basketball series, a playoff series, Scott Foster is your guy. So I don't know if he's going to referee game 6, but if he does, book it. Spurs go win. I don't know how. I don't know who's going to step up, but Scott Foster is going to be amongst the people that step up and send this to game 7, because you best believe the NBA wants to see this go 7. It's a 2, it's your Clash of Titans. It's been hyped that way this entire bracket. It's been hyped that way. These are the 2 Titans. So you best believe the NBA and even the fans. I mean, let's be honest. If you're a neutral fan, going to game 7 with these 2 teams is going to be a treat, assuming there's no more controversy. Like we just remove the controversy to the side and just focus on the teams. This would be phenomenal. But before I finish the video, again, just the more analytical, the tactical side, the big strategy for the Thunder, just to reiterate, clearly had more intent offensively to move the ball early and just to make sure the Spurs couldn't get set the way that they wanted to. The ball movement and the way they trusted each other was crucial. Shea kicking it to the open guy constantly, crucial. It was never just a me moment. It was okay, you guys want to play me single coverage until I get to my spot. Well, let me get to my spot, then kick it. It was thinking about bigger picture for Shea, not just thinking, okay, how can I just score this possession, and just do what I can do. No, Shea was always thinking bigger picture. And then another key thing is Wemby and Fox. Like that is a key factor into anything. Wemby, I mean, they weren't playing him any differently, really. It's the same coverage he's been seeing all series, and he got his free throws. The shots just were not falling. I'm on the same boat with you guys. Reduce the foul calls. Again, the fourth quarter, there wasn't much. It really felt like both teams were just sloppy, especially the Spurs. But just through the first 3 quarters, that was a rough watch. But let me know what you guys think. I gotta say, this isn't one of those games where I'm like super ecstatic about having these post game recaps. But it's a game you got to talk about. You got to acknowledge the Thunder strategy. You got to acknowledge that no matter how the refs did, Wemby and Fox didn't show up. Devin Vassell didn't show up. So greatly appreciate you guys for watching. If Scott Foster is reffing Game 6, book it. Book it right now. Right now, Spurs are going to win Game 6 if Scott Foster's there. Anyway, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. If you like, subscribe, because the longer to the channel, this is We've Been Different. We've Been Different. And we out.